What does the Greek god of the sea, Aquaman, and a motorcycling outfit out of Hinckley in the UK have in common? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's a sharp little weapon with 3 pointy edges. And while Poseidon and Aquaman couldn't be in attendance today, we do have attendance from Hinckley. This is the new Triumph Trident 660. You're watching Auto Today. My name is Dipayan Datta and this is our review.
In the early stages of the Trident concept, Triumph had said that with the Trident 660, the idea was to create a new generation of contemporary Triumphs that could carry forward the classic Hinckley design form with modern cues. In final production form, it is just amazing how well Triumph have managed to translate that ethos into reality. The rounded tank with purposefully sculpted recesses and tank pads flowing into a sharp, minimalistic tail section with an integrated tail light give the Trident a unique but undeniably attractive road presence. The rounded headlamps and the instruments add to the classic charm, although don't be fooled by appearances. The headlamp is an all LED unit with a DRL and the instruments are all digital with Bluetooth connectivity for a range of devices. All of it comes together to give the Trident 660 a very unique presence that will stand out even in the company of the sharpest Japanese roadsters. Although it is not until you look much closer that you see how much form follows function on the Trident 660. The frame may be cost-effective steel, but you can see the effort that has gone in from Triumph to keep it minimal, light and functional. The engine is a stressed member and the rest of the equipment is packed neatly into the framework, centralizing the weight as best possible. The best example of Triumph's almost hermetic approach to centralizing masses is how the chassis seems to flow into the swing arm on the right side. But this isn't true for the left. It looks incredible but actually serves a purpose to offset the weight from the belly pan exhaust. Don't get me wrong, the Trident 660 is in no way a small motorcycle. Its dimensions are just marginally less than everything else in the segment. But everything has been assembled with such an eye for space efficiency that the Trident just appears compact.
Now, in the same way that Triumph have mixed their very contemporary design cues with their more classic styling on the Trident, ergonomics are also similar. And that means you're going to hear the word mid-set a lot. The seat is a very accessible 805 millimeters. The foot pegs, like I said, are mid-set, which means that they allow for some dial-in, but are okay when you're riding upright as well. The handlebar too is raised, but is not raised very high, which means that it is easy to reach over when you're dialed in and even when you're upright. There is plenty of length on the seat for you to move up and down, and that makes it comfortable for both riding situations. My only complaint is that the seat is a little narrow for my liking. A slightly wider seat would have been a lot more comfortable. Another thing that is going to be a big differentiator for the Trident is the weight. It weighs only 189 kilos, and not only does that make it very agile, it also makes it very accessible for new riders. Overall, this is a great motorcycle for twisties, it's a great motorcycle for the track, and it's a great motorcycle if you still haven't figured out exactly what kind of motorcycle you want to get. But the most important thing on the Trident is this triple cylinder motor that is derived from the Daytona 675, and the best part of that motor is enjoyed riding. So let's gear up and get to riding and see how this Trident performs out on the road.
This may be Triumph's most inexpensive motorcycle, but you wouldn't know looking at the extensive list of features and equipment. All the lights on the Trident 660 are LEDs right down to the indicators. The instruments are a single pod cluster that has been divided into two pods. The instruments are equipped with Bluetooth connectivity not just for your phone and your earpiece, but also allows you to toggle through functions on your GoPro when you're riding as well. As shallow as this might sound, this wealth of tech at your fingertips adds to the premium experience of owning a Trident. the starter, and the 660cc Daytona-derived triple comes alive with the intensity of a hornet's nest. Say what you will about twins and inline fours, but there's something about the sound of a triple engine that just wakes the enthusiast in you. This particular 660cc triple is a heavily reworked version of the Daytona 675cc that makes 81 bhp at a sky-high 10,250 rpm with 64 Nm of peak torque. Like any good triple, it's not just about the stratospheric red line, but the way that the torque is spread over the power band, with 90% of peak torque present from a little above 3000 rpm all the way up to 9250 rpm. This allows the Triumph to feel just as at home cruising at 60 km an hour in 6th gear as it does doing 130 km an hour in 3rd. It's an uncanny contrast, but somehow on the Trident 660 it just works. The engine is paired with a 6-speed gearbox with a slip and assist clutch that is as slick and as precise as you would want it to be. The short, precise throws work perfectly whether you're shifting clutchless or hammering down the cogs into the apex around a corner. Although if you aren't pushing it, the wide torque band means shifting is mostly an exercise in fuel saving. Suspension duties are carried out between a set of 41mm Showa USDs up front and a monoshock at the back that's adjustable for preload. In stock settings, the short travel springs have good damping profiles, albeit on stiffer set springs that strike a good balance between comfort and agility. Undulations are absorbed well, but potholes are best avoided altogether. Stopping force comes from a pair of 310mm floating discs up front with 2 piston Nissin calipers and a 255mm disc at the back. The brakes are great but are prone to a little fade, especially in steep downhill riding where you're relying on the brakes a lot. In most cases though, feedback on the levers is exceptional and you get a nice progressive increase in brake force as you pull back on the lever. Put it all together and you have a bike that may not be as sharp as the triple but isn't that much off the mark, and that is what makes the Trident 660 such a special bike to ride.
Now, if you like this video of the Triumph Trident, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the Auto Today channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you get notified every time we drop a new video. Now, at 6.95 lakh, the Triumph Trident is not just the most inexpensive Triumph that you can buy, it's also the most inexpensive motorcycle that you can buy with a triple cylinder motor. And even if that means nothing to you, there's still so much to love about the Trident. It's got a heritage nameplate, it's got a brilliant triple cylinder engine derived from the legendary Daytona, and it's an absolute hoot to ride. Would we recommend it? Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching. This is Didi signing off.